Hey you guys, it's me, that girl Danny, and if you want to see how I created this look from a old headband wig, please keep on watching. Alright guys, so today I am doing my hair. My hair isn't dirty, but the products that you see on my hair is edge control from when I had it slicked back into a ponytail. So what I'm doing is parting the front half of my head right before my ear. I am parting that part and I'm putting that part out the way, and then right behind that I'm going to part another section just big enough so that a braid can go there. So this part right here is very important. So I have the front half of my hair sectioned off, but right behind that, about a ½ inch to an inch wide part I created just to create this one braid. What I'm going to do with this braid is that this is going to be my anchor braid for when I sew on my headband wig. Yes, you can see it right there in the background. I am sewing on that wig. The difference is I removed the headband part from it, so now it's just a half wig. So with the rest of my hair in the back, I'm just doing 2 large cornrows going to the back, and this part of my hair is going to be underneath the wig, so it's going to be nice and protected. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right into sewing on this headband wig. So this is the front portion that I have on my head. So I align the front part of the wig with the braid, and what I am going to do is I'm going to flip it up just a little bit so that when I sew it onto this braid, it's tucked in and you don't see the weft, but you see the braid, so it looks like it's kind of coming from under the braid. Now this was a little trial and error. I have to admit this was my first time doing this. So when I was sewing it, I was sewing under my braid. I was sewing through the headband wig, now half wig, but under the braid. What I should have been doing was sewing right on top of the braid, just in the front section. I can't really explain it, but I shouldn't have been taking the needle all the way through. I should have been making much smaller stitches into the braid and making sure that it was nice and tight, because the looser the stitch, the looser the wig is going to be, and it's not going to be as formed. So when I flip it over, it's not going to be quite perfect, and you will see that in a second, where you can kind of see the braid. So I had to kind of tug and adjust it and see what I had to do, and at that point I realized that my stitching wasn't tight enough. So I went back in and I did some more stitches and I put it on, and it was much better after that. Another thing I would have did differently is that instead of one large braid going from ear to ear, I would have did 2 braids, both starting from the middle, going down each side. But anyway, this portion of the video I am putting in my feed-in braids. Unfortunately, I was so focused on trying to get the braids in my head that I wasn't paying attention on the angle I was filming. So most of this footage of me feeding in the braids is actually you just seeing my hand in front of the braid. So apologies for that I did not have the camera positioned correctly where you can actually see what I'm doing. But honestly, with the way the braids came out, it definitely wasn't a tutorial on how to feed in braids. I'm a little bit rusty. I absolutely do know how to do feed in braids, and I used to do them pretty well, but I'm a little rusty because I haven't done them on myself in so long. But anyway, it got the job done what I was doing. Now with this hairstyle, I was able to do this entire hairstyle without going to the store. I already had this headband wig that I had modified into a half wig, and I already had the braiding hair on hand. Unfortunate thing about that is this braiding hair that I had on hand, I don't know for what purpose I used this for, but this was like the worst braiding hair ever. So I really had to finesse it. It was like by Expressions is a jumbo braid where it's like the extra long hair that you can cut in half, or you can even cut in threes. So I ended up with some blunt ends, but I wasn't too much worried about that because I was going to curl the ends at the end. But even with the way this hair curled at the end, it just wasn't something I was used to. But I did use what was on hand, so I applaud myself at that I didn't have to go to the store to get anything for this hairstyle. So I'm just finishing up with some Pump It Up spray, and I'm just going to set this overnight. I did do this at night, so I'm just wrapping it down, and I'm going to come back in the video the next day after you see me ride up the ends of my hair. I'm going to dip them in some hot water, and then after I take that loose and trim the ends some, I'm pretty much going to be finished for the night. So here I am dipping in the hot water, making sure it's dried off. But watch when I take the rod out. This is what I was talking about. This hair just curled. It really did its own thing. It had a lot of frizz even after being dipped in the hot water and being curled. So I did a lot of cutting with the ends to get it to be how I wanted it. But after I do this, I'm gonna come back the next day and let you guys see the rest of the look. Here, and take them off, and then I just have this scrunchie in, and this is the look. Oh, I got a little bend in this. This is how my braids came out. I think they came out all right. So I think it looks so good. It's not a jet black. Oh wait, look at this. It's just moving around. I hadn't secured it. Let's secure it. And that's pretty much it. It's kind of loose, but not in a bad way. But yes, these curls are so pretty. Yeah, so I hope you all like this look and how I styled it. I think it looks so cute. I think this is the perfect use for this headband wig that I cut the headband off, so now it's a half wig or any half wig. I think this is the perfect solution. If you want to make use of some human hair you already have already, and like me, you haven't been wearing your headband wig, just cut the headband off and wear it as a half wig, and that leads to more styles that you can do instead of just having a headband wig, especially if you're someone who likes to switch up your hair like me. So I just can create like a half up, half down if I wanted to, which is probably what I will do. And it's way more secure because I have sewn it down, and I don't have to worry about taking this off. I don't have to worry about any combs digging in. If you don't want a long-term style, you can always remove the wig every day instead of sewing it on. I like the way this looks. It's kind of got a little Humpty Dump right there, but that is because I have a braid right there. So, but curly hair is very forgiving with the whole lumps and bumps of however you have your hair underneath it. So that's good. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, definitely like this a lot. Yeah, and these braids blend pretty good with this. So I love the look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Maybe you're gonna give this hairstyle a try. Let me know down in the comments. I'll see you in my next video. You guys be blessed.